Yo, fella and fellaheads of the Pokemon world, what the frick is poppin'? There's a man with a plan, the man you gotta stand, Jordan Crouton Moore, coming at you live with some more Pokemon Showdown, man. And boy, do I have a team for you. It's a fun team. It's one that I just built a couple minutes ago. It's got some pretty big weaknesses, but at the end of the day, I do think that it's going to be good enough to run with for right now. Especially in a Dracovish, no bueno kind of meta that we run in here. First off, we got Libero, Cinderace, Choice Scarf, Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick, Sucker Punch, U-Turn. This thing is an absolute monster, man. I'm so ready to use this. I haven't used it yet. I've been resisting the urge to play with this thing for quite a while now, but we're here now. We're here. We live in it, and we're gonna find this thing out. So I think Cinderace Libero is going to be absolutely just beasting and feasting on some fools, man. Running that max attack, max speed, jolly nature. Just a titch, just a little sprinkle, just a taste of special defense coming at you with the Cinderace, with the Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick, Sucker Punch, U-Turn. Like I said before, going to be able to change typings whenever we go for these attacks. It's going to be super, super cool. I'm a really big fan of this set. Then we rock in the Primarina Choice Specs with Torrent, Ice Beam, Moonblast, Hydro Pump, Energy Ball. Very, very standard set. I'm running standard sets on pretty much everything except for Rillaboom and Cinderace, so you know that's how it's going to be going. But we run in Primarina with that Choice Specs, bulky specs, of course, like you normally see, max HP, max special attack, modest nature, with a little bit of special defense rocking with you. Then, and only then, are we rocking Assault Vest Rillaboom with that Grassy Surge, Drain Punch, Earthquake, Drum Beating, and U-Turn. Drum Beating so we don't have to take that residual damage and Wood Hammer. And we're running max HP, max attack, Adamant Nature, which is a sprinkle of special defense like pretty much every single mon on this team has except for Hippowdon. Then we rocking that Howlucha with the Grassy Seed, being able to take advantage of that Rillaboom, being able to get in here with that Unburden ability and really make some chaos, acrobatics, Swords Dance, High Jump Kick, and Roost. Then we got Hippowdon coming at you with the Rocky Helmet, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Slack Off, and Whirlwind. Max HP, a good amount of defense, a little bit of attack so we can KO some well-known ground types, some things like T-Tar we're able to two-shot with this kind of EV spread. And then finally we run a Dragapult, very, very normal Dragapult, substitute Dragon Dance, Sub-Dance Dragapult with the darts and the Phantom Force. So that's the team we rock in this episode. It's going to be a lot of fun, so let's just jump straight into that first battle, the first battle. And we'll see what we are rocking again. So this dude's got a very standard team. He's got a cool team. He's running that Sniper Inteleon. I can imagine that thing's probably going to be specs. That thing's going to be a monster with Snipe Shot. That's all I'm saying. But dude's got a real interesting team here. It looks like he's kind of leaning toward the Libero Cinderace as well with that Snipe Shot Inteleon, where I kind of focused in a little bit on Rillaboom, who's a little bit worse than Inteleon, but still has that Grassy Surge, just going to be able to proc that berry, or not the berry, the seed on Howlucha. So I want to see how this dude responds. I think I'm just going to lead Cinderace. I feel like that's just my best play. Some probable leads on his part. I think he could lead Diggersby. I think he could lead Corv. But I'm going to lead Cinderace here, and he actually does the same. Let's see if he's Scarfed as well. I'm going to go for the U-Turn. We'll see what this dude wants to rock with. I think U-turning here is my best plays. It gives me a little bit of momentum to bring something in on this Cinderace. I don't know what they are going to end up going for, but I think it could be quite interesting to look at what could actually happen here. Man, Shiny Cinderace is so cool. Like, high key, it's very cool. But we'll see what this dude wants to do. Both leading Cinderace is a little bit concerning because he's going to be able to get a huge hit off on something no matter what it is that I bring in. Excuse me. Started yelling. Ooh, good lord. But I think a relatively safe switch in here is going to be into Primarina if we're able to outspeed. I also really like this turn because he won't be able to tell if it is if I'm Scarfed or if we're just out of speed tie, which I think is really good too, and preserving that. Or if he's Scarfed as well, he could know that I want a speed tie or vice versa. So that's nice to know. And he actually just switches into Toxapex. So we go into Libero, we change out, and this is where I was talking about we're a little bit weak because I don't really have a good switch into this thing. I think Rillaboom is my play though, and I think just going for the EQ is going to be doing the most amount of damage. I don't know what this dude's going to want to bring in on this. It looks like he's not going to bring anything. We only do 29% of this man's. So that's a little unfortunate, but we can go. We can just go for another EQ here. We're gonna be doing about the same amount of damage to each other, so it don't really matter at this point. He goes for the knockoff, which is fine. He's gonna knock off my assault vest. He gets a crit there, unfortunately. But I'm gonna go. He's gonna go Corv here, which is a good play on his part. No complaints there about that. And really, Rillaboom doesn't exist for much of a reason other than to take on Inteleon, but if that thing specs, he's going to be killing us anyways. I'm going to go for the U-turn here, and I'm just going to go into... I think I'm going to go Hippowdon here because I can kind of deal with this thing. I'm going to go for the Stealth Rock here just because I don't think he's going to be rocking heavy-duty boots Cinderace right now, just because I don't feel like that's the meta at the moment. We'll see what this dude wants to go for. He's going to go for the Taunt, which good play on his behalf. And we'll see what we're able to make from this. I think my best play here is... what do I think? I think my best play here is Cinderace. As he goes for a Roost, that's perfectly fine. I can click Pyro Ball and hit something like a truck, is basically what I'm seeing. So I'm just going to go for it here. We should just be able... If this thing stays in, he's gone. That's just... absolutely true. We hit this with the Power Ball, except we miss, which is really, really big. That's real unfortunate, in my opinion, because that would have done a ton of damage. I actually want to check this Cinderace against a Tox Apex. OU to Pex. Pyro Ball would have, well, it only would have done about 20%, but that's 20% that we're not going to be able to get back, is what I'm seeing. So I'm going to go Rillaboom here. This thing, I'm actually wanting this thing to knock us out. Because then I can go straight into Hawlucha and get behind a sub and put up a SD, which I feel like is my best play, undoubtedly. He might be able to read straight through that, and that's perfectly fine if he does. I'm actually going to go for the Drain Punch here, predicting maybe Corv to come back out here, which I think would be a good play on his behalf. He doesn't. He just takes the KO, which is perfectly fine. I go Hawlucha here, and in my opinion, I feel like just going for the SD is my best play. If he gets a burn with Scald, so be it. We definitely live a Scald, and he's not going to be able to kill us back, so I'm perfectly fine with just going for this. We hit 670 speed, so anything we're going to be able to outspeed, except for maybe like a Scarf Dragapult, but at the end of the day, I don't really think anybody's running that many Scarf Dragapults. I think you're running Scarf on something that's actually going to need it. See what this dude wants to go for here. This is a very pivotal turn. I think his best play is to stay in, which he does do, and he goes for the knock. So bad play, absolutely pathetic play on his behalf, and I can just go for the acro here, and I'm gonna hit something like a truck. I don't care what comes in, I'm hitting something hard. Toxapex does stay in and go for the Scald. He gets the burn. Oh my gosh, man. Oh, he makes an awful play on turn 11, and turn 12 gets the burn. That's huge, man. That is awful. That is just pathetic. Man, I don't even know what to think about that one, man. That's rough. That's real rough. We're going to go for the HJK here. And he actually goes for the taunt here, so another not-so-great play from him. And we're going to be able to get another high jump kick off on this thing, as he's probably just going to go for a Roost, which is perfectly fine. I get in Cinderace, and I click Pyro Ball. He can switch in a number of things here. I think his own Cinderace could be a pretty good switch into this. He actually goes Inteleon, which I'm fairly certain almost two shots, which it does. I want to look at that roll real quick. So Pyro Ball, it does 53.7 max, which is a little bit rough. I'm still struggling to see how I take care of some of these bigger threats. I'm gonna go Primarina here. I think Dragapult kind of wins this game at the end, but my problem is getting to the end game. He goes for the Snipe Shot, of course, going to get the critical because of the Sniper ability, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to go straight for the Moonblast here. So he goes for the Snipe Shot again. You ain't going to be killing me with that, and we're going to be able to pick up a KO with the Moonblast. Primarina here, probably going to be able to pick up 2 kills if everything goes right. with this thing. He brings out the Pex, which is fine. How much am I doing to an OU the Pex with a Specs Moonblast from Primarina against Pex? Toxapex here. It looks like we're doing about 35%, which is honestly good for me. And he actually tries to predict a double and goes Dragapult as I hit him with that Moonblast. So tried to stun on me. Isn't going to happen. I don't really know what he was trying to catch switching in, because Cinderace, I'm pretty sure, kills with Libero with a Sucker Punch. He brings in his own Cinderace now, which I think is a questionable decision. I'm going to go for the Moonblast. So he goes for the Iron Head and picks up the KO. That's fine with me. Now's the chance. Do we call his bluff? I think we do. I think we call his bluff, and I think we go for the Pyro Ball. He goes into Pex. That's fine. I'd really like to get a burn here, and we don't get a burn here, which is really unfortunate. I can go Hippowdon here. I'm going to put up my rocks, I think, as he probably switches into his Corviknight, which I think is a perfectly fine switch in. He does. I'm going to go for the Whirlwind here. He's probably going to go for the Taunt. So I'm going to predict he goes for the Taunt, and I'm going to go into Cinderace. He goes for the Roost. That's perfectly fine. And this time, I'm going to go for the High Jump Kick here on the Toxapex coming in, as he actually lets Corv stay in, which is really, really interesting to go for a Defog. Man, this dude's making some bad plays, man. And I'm just trying to predict him like nobody even believed. I don't feel like this game is really ours to win. I feel like we're probably going to end up losing this game, which is fine. And you know, you gotta win some to lose some. I'm gonna go for the HJK again. If he stays in, then this dude's got balls of steel if he stays in. This time, especially after going for the Pyro Ball last. So I fully expect this dude to switch out, as he does go Toxapex. And we did about 25% with that, so I'm going to go for it again. He goes for a Scald there. That's not going to KO. Do I go for it one more time and risk the miss? Because if I go for this again, he brings in something like a Corviknight. But actually, I think I'm going to go Hippowdon here on the Corv. And I think going for the Stealth Rock is my best play. I don't know what this dude... He's going to go for the Taunt, so good play on his part. I'm going to go Cinderace here, as he goes Pex, which is perfectly fine. And I'm going to make the U-turn play into Dragapult, because I want to be able to get my sub up. I think that's my win con, is getting the sub up. He goes Corv. That's perfectly fine with me. I can go Dragapult and get up my substitute here on what's maybe going to be a taunt. So I feel like that's my best play. I'm going to go for the sub right now. We'll see what this thing wants to go for. He could very well switch out fearing the Thunderbolt, which would be best plays. He does, which is awesome. And I can get up the Dragon Dance here. And this thing is not going to be able to break my sub. Oh, he's running Ice Beam Toxapex. Hold up. At +1 attack. We're doing 69 men to this thing. This is a weird Toxapex, though. This ain't the normal Toxapex. I'm gonna go for the darts. Yes, he's gone. Oh, man, that was scary. That was scary as crap, man. That was scary as crap. So here's the thing. That thing was standing in my way of winning this game by clicking Pyro Ball. I'm scared for this thing. I think he's Scarfed. I'm going to go for the sub. How much is that doing, man? How much is that doing? Against, like, let's say it's my Cinderace with Gunk Shot. 35 men. We're sitting at 35. Both moves kill. Oh, he switches into Corv. What kind of play was that? What kind of play? Oh my gosh. Phantom Force does 61 max. I gotta go for Phantom Force. He goes for the taunt. Man, this dude's making some bad plays. He's helping me out. He's helping me. Dragapult goes down. He goes for the roost. Come on, Cinderace. Come on. Bring it home. Pyro. Bring it home. Bring it home. Goodbye, Corv. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. How much is Diggersby doing? Against... How much am I doing to my own Cinderace? Gotta bring Hippo. He goes for the quick attack. That's huge. I'm going for Stealth Rocks. He goes for the pup. He's not banded. He goes for the pup. We outspeed with Cinderace and KO with high jump kick. I'm going for the Whirlwind. Going for it again. No, I'm going for the Slack. Please go back into Diggersby. Please. Oh man, this game's so stressful, man. This is a close one. This is a close one. This has been 45 turns, man. This game's been nuts. Ironhead. Okay, he takes the KO. I go Cinderace. High jump kick. We kill. Come on, baby. I need one more high jump kick. No, we lose. GG, because he has the quick attack. Dang, man. This is a close one. This was a close one. Good game. Good game to quick attack Diggersby. That was a close one. I forgot all about quick attack until the very end. I don't think I could have played that end game any differently. Realistically, I think I did everything I needed to do. I mean, I really don't think there was anything I could have done differently there. I really think we made the right plays at the right times. I feel like that dude just didn't play very smart, and I was trying to guess like he was a little bit smarter than he was playing, and that came back and bit me. So we'll get one more game here, one more game, and we'll see what we're going against here. So this dude's got a really good team as well. I like the Rotom Wash down in UU. How you doing, brother? How you doing? I think I'm gonna go for the Cinderace lead. He goes for the Rotom lead, which is perfectly fine. I'm gonna go for the U-turn. Honestly, because I just feel like that's the best play. That does 56 on a crit. My goodness, that's good mon. That's good mon. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sorry for critting you. Sorry for critting you. I'm really not that sorry, but you know, my luck was so bad in the last game. I'm not sorry at all about critting you. We're going for the drum beating here. We're going to do a little bit to Togekiss. We actually drop its speed, which means that we do outspeed, which means I can just get a U-turn off on this thing. And I'm going to go into... I think I'm going to Primarina here. So he goes for the Wish. That's perfectly fine. You can bring in your Rotom if you would like to. I'm going to go for a Moonblast. He goes for the Prot, which is perfectly fine. I can go for another Moonblast, and this is definitely going to KO you. I'm also fine with him bringing in Ferrothorn because every bit of chip counts against Ferrothorn, and that is just the bottom line. I'm going to bring in Rillaboom, which is a guaranteed check to Ferrothorn. We'll see what this thing wants to do. He goes for the Leech Seed, perfectly fine. I'm going to go for the Drain Punch, I think, or for the U-turn. I think Drain Punching here is my better play because I think he could probably stay in and go for a Gyro. So he does just go Togekiss, which is fine. I'm going to go for the U-turn here on this. I don't think he's going to go... I think he's probably just going to go for a Wish. And we actually outspeed him raw anyways, so that's fine. I can go right back into Primarina. He goes for the Air Slash. That's great. And I'm going to go for the Moonblast, because this thing's going to have to learn. I can go for a Moonblast here. He goes for a Wish, and he's obviously going to protect this turn, which means we have a free turn pretty much, but I'm just going to go for a Moonblast again, because at this point I'm just trying to get off as much damage as I can. I'd be perfectly fine if he wanted to go Ferrothorn again, just because I want to get as much chip off on this Mon as I can. We drop its special attack here, which is fine. No complaints, really. I think my play this turn, though, is to go into Hippowdon. He goes for the rocks, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to go for those as well. Rocks really aren't that big of an issue to this team. I can see where they would be a little bit rough, like trying to get in Howlucha or something like that, but at the moment, I'm really not too worried about rocks. I'm going to go into Rillaboom here, as he stays in, like I figured he probably would. And at this point, I can go for a Drain Punch here. I'm sure this dude's just going to go right back into Togekiss. And I'm actually going to stay in on the Togekiss in this time. And I'm going to go for... What do I go for here? I think... Well, I can't really stay on it because I don't have anything to hit this thing with, so I'm just going to go for a U-turn once again, and this time I'm going to bring in the Howlucha on the Wish, which I think is my best play. He does go for the Wish here, which is fine. I'm going to go for the... how much does Acrobatics do, actually? Let's see here. I was supposed to only show those. Howlucha here, let's check to see how much he does against a Togekiss. Let's say he's definitely not Choice Spec, so let's say he's that. Acrobatics is only doing 31, which is a little bit rough. So, that's nasty plot. Let's see if he is... I don't know what kind of set this dude is the problem. But either way, we're not going to be able to pick up a KO. So this was just the wrong play in general. He's Wish Protect, which is interesting. I've never seen a Wish Protect before. I'm going to go for the Swords Dance here, as he just goes for the Dazzling Gleam. I figured he was probably going to not end up setting up after all, but that's fine. I really just wanted to go here so I can get in my Cinderace, because now I can click Pyro Ball and something gets hit hard, whether that be this Togekiss or not. He goes Rotom Wash, sacks that. That's fine. I don't think that at the end of the day that damage from the crit mattered. I can check. No, that damage from the crit did not matter at the end of the day. He actually goes Dragapult here. How much am I doing to a Dragapult? Let's say he's Dragon Dance here. I'm doing 40 to 47, which honestly isn't too bad. But I have a pretty free switch in of Primarina here. So I'm going to go that and go for the Moonblast, even though he's definitely going to pick up the KO on me here. Unless by some sank of God, we live on some kind of roll. We don't, and that's fine. But I go Cinderace now, and I click the Sucker Punch on Dragapult and pick up the KO. So Dragapult goes down. I'm a tiny bit worried about dealing with Zeraora if Cinderace goes down, but I'm not going to let this thing go down. He goes Cinderace here. How much am I doing to a Cinderace? With Sucker, 52? That's not too bad. That's not a bad roll. I'm actually going to switch out, though, and go straight into Hippo. He goes for the Pyro Ball. That's fine. I'm going to go for the... Well, let's see. This thing is not... This... Huh. Okay. I'll go for the Whirlwind on the Pharaoh. And we bring in Cinderace. So this thing is not getting damaged by the Stealth Rocks, which is good to know that he is Heavy Duty Boots. I'm going to go for the EQ on this. And I'm going to go for the Whirlwind again. Hopefully, I'm trying to get in Togekiss or Zeraora is what I'm trying to get in right now, which we do end up getting in, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to go for the Slack Off. On that, which is awesome. I don't know what he could go here, but I'm going to go my own Cinderace here on this. As he goes Pharaoh, which is perfectly fine. That's what I wanted him to do. I'm going to go for the HJK on this turn, because I feel like he's probably going to bring in his own Cinderace, and we 100% kill Cinderace with HJK. Which he does, And we hit, and we don't kill. Oh my gosh. He lives on 3. I'm just going to click it again. I want to click this on Pharaoh. Or on Zeraora. I don't know if he brings in Togekiss here. He does bring in Togekiss. This thing is hard for me to beat. I'm not going to lie. This thing is very, very difficult for me to beat. Because I don't have like any toxic or anything on this team. So this is why these games are taking a long time. I'm going to go for the sub here. And we go for the Dragon Dance. We'll see what this dude wants to do. He has no really good switch-ins for this. I was hoping that he switched out. He goes for the Dazzling Gleam, though. And, I'm going to go for the Phantom Force, because right now I just want to bring this thing down. As he's obviously probably going to protect. But joke's on you. Haha, it goes through protect, my man. Losing 98%. So I go for it again, and I want to see what this dude brings in. Nope. Not going to hit me this time. What you bringing in? Nothing. Togekiss goes down. I think we win this game with Cinderace now. How much am I doing to a Zeraora? Do 94% plus rocks. I think that KOs there. I think we KO. This dude goes, since when breaks a Phantom Force a protect? I'm like, first off, your grammar is awful. But, whatever. Dude wants to know since when Phantom Force breaks protect. Man, I couldn't tell you. He says winning because of the OP mechanic. You mean the balanced? You lost anyway, bro. So that's gonna do it for this episode of Showdown Showout with Cinderace, man. We had a nice little salty encounter here at the end. I'm actually curious now. I'm gonna go check out Phantom Force. I'm gonna look up Phantom Force here, the move on Bulbapedia, and see what it does. See what it does. So if you see here, whenever this game was first released, it says the user vanishes somewhere, then strikes the target on the next turn. And I want to be a little troll face. Just wanna let you know, ... that's I checked on Cerebi, or Bulbapedia, and I was correct. Has always been the mechanic. Have a good day, Wish Protector. Have a good day, Wish Protector. So that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy, and me being a little bit of a troll there at the end, but it's okay, you know, all's fair in love and war. Alright, I'll talk to you guys next time, and I hope you did enjoy a little bit of action with Libero Cinderace. Did a little bit of good stuff here in this game, picking up some KOs. Definitely deserving here. Halucha really didn't do much, but I've never been a Halucha fan. But, you know, whatever. We looking fine. So I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.